Good morning, everybody.
We caught you again.
That's like 2 days in a row where you caught me
Yeah.
stretching my face.
Yeah, well,
I'm John Panic with the Mojave Valley Daily News. This is the Daily Dose for Tuesday, June 8th,
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. It's brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center in Fort Mojave, Arizona. One of the main reasons why you and your physician should choose Tri-State Radiology Center is that as an independent imaging center, the cost is substantially less than hospital-based facilities. Tri-State Radiology is conveniently located in Fort Mojave. Call them today at 928-460-7226. And remember, at Tri-State Radiology Center, your image means the world to us. First one on is Rosanna Marie Catone. Good morning. All right, Taco Tuesday is brought to you by Humberto's Mexican Food. It's at 1136 Highway 95 across from Fast Trip up here in Old Bullhead. Family run, family owned. Good morning, Vincine. If you go up there and order a regular taco and you mention that you saw them on the Daily Dose, you get your beans and rice for free.
Yeah.
So go and check them out. Yeah, good food.
Real
Food
good.
for sure. Look at that.
And the big portions.
I was just going to say big portions. You had like a 7-pound
Burrito.
burrito there.
All
Good morning,
right.
Lance.
Morning, everybody.
All right, our breaking news, Jeff.
Sure, let's go.
Today's breaking news is brought to you by New Image Primary Care, now scheduling appointments within 7 days. Call them today for your appointment. John Meeting emerged last night as the top candidate for the city council spot vacated by Mark Clark. Mr. Clark resigned to be the city's first utilities director. So they had interviews with 10 candidates last night. The candidates sat in front of the Bullhead City Council Nominating Committee, which is a group of volunteers from the community. They each were posed the same 5 questions. They were judged based on their answers and their presentation. Good morning, Cindy Frizzell and Sandy. And then they were scored last night, and then City Clerk Sue Stein amassed all of the scores and came out. John Meeting scored in the 90s. After that were Larry Toonforce, Dan Alfonso, Frank Wesley Stepanzi, and Frank Waters all scored in the 70s. The other candidates were underneath that, so we don't need to go over the individual scores and where they ended up. But so what will happen now is that John Meeting will they will at the June 15th City Council meeting. Apparently, it's going to be the last agenda item. So if you want to stick around for the whole City Council meeting, these City Council meetings go a lot faster than the school board meetings.
Oh, yeah.
School board
much
meetings
faster.
are like 5-hour meetings. This 2 hours, boom, in and out. So they'll discuss it there and probably make a recommendation, vote on it, so that the new city council member can be seated after July. I think it's July 7th is the first one of the new fiscal year. So, all right, moving on. County gets $948,000 in grants for roads. That sounds awesome, but really it comes down to 2 projects. Both of them are up in the Kingman area. They got a $448,000 grant for a composite arch bridge system. This is to build a crossing at Truxton Wash on Ontaris Road. The other one, the picture that you're seeing here, is a $500,000 grant to construct a 2.5-mile road addition to the Griffith Industrial Park area. Not a whole lot of business there, as you can see.
I don't see any business.
Right? But they are, it was recently rezoned, and we're going to have Tammy Ersenbach on in a couple of weeks. She's the director on our Valley Voices. She's the economic development director for the county. And I expect a couple years from now that whole area will
We'll
be
see a
filled
McDonald's
up with businesses.
and everything.
No,
No?
industrial.
Oh, industrial.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the big jobs.
Maybe Amazon or something.
Provided they can find, yeah. Come on, Tammy, get us Amazon. So, I mean, it's great, $948,000 in grants. It's really going into 2 projects that I don't know that we're going to. No, those Marley, who's going to live there?
We don't know.
I don't think anyone's going to live there. I think it's going to be strictly industrial and manufacturing, that kind of stuff. So they got a lot of infrastructure money. So it's great. I mean, if we were going to put the money into it anyway, it's great that we got these grants, but it doesn't, down here, it doesn't really, it's not going to impact us too much. And then we have Democratic gubernatorial candidate Marco Lopez visits Bullhead City. I had a chance to sit down with Mr. Lopez last week and just talk to him about his vision and his qualifications and everything else. So we got a nice long story in here on his thoughts, his qualifications. He had a lot of interesting ideas. The one thing that I took out of this we hear a lot of politicians talk about how they're going to do this and do that. And one of the things that he said he wanted to do is within 10 years, every child in the state, when they graduate high school, they graduate with a dual degree. So they would have their associate's degree in whatever endeavor they were looking at. They would base those on what economic development said is the future, the next 10 to 15 years. Sounds great. Seems pretty like a major task, but we will see. I know
But
that
we wish them luck. We wish them luck.
Well, we know both schools here, all three schools here in town, offer that already through MCC. Malk seems to be really good at getting that done. So now the rest of the state needs to follow.
Yeah.
So check that out. If you get over into a couple of neat opinion columns here you might want to check out. You get over into business, we talk about the economy, plenty of growth, but not enough workers or supplies. It's something that we see in our community as well. A lot of places are opening up and are stronger than they've ever been. Last month, employers added 560,000 jobs. So things are climbing. It was a January through March was the economy grew 6.4%. They believe this next quarter, it's when all is said and done, it's going to be pretty close to double digits, which is phenomenal. However, they are still having a hard time finding workers. One of the things that should help is the day after tomorrow, the $300 kicker that you got for unemployment, that will end. So maybe some of those people that were using that, getting that extra money, they will get off the couch.
No more kicker?
Get off the couch and get back to work.
No more kicker.
We need you out here. There's
Yeah.
a lot of jobs. I need to sit down with Toby and see. He keeps a pretty good eye on how many jobs are available in the community right now, but I would be surprised if we weren't in the 3,000 range right now.
A lot of job opportunities out here. That's
a lot.
right.
Nation and World, our Vice President Kamala Harris is down in Guatemala. She was meeting with the president down there. She also had a press conference where she specifically told the people of Guatemala, do not come to the United States. It's a dangerous trek, and you are just going to get stopped at the border anyway. So she said that the goal of the United States is to help Guatemala find hope at home. So one of the things that they're going to be doing is they're creating an anti-corruption task force. There's been a lot of corruption down there, and a additional task force to combat human trafficking and drug smuggling. So, good luck.
John, they said they're going to have to stop watching the Daily Dose and go to work.
No, never. Not you, David.
No, don't do that.
All right, should we go to sports?
Let's do it.
All right, we have here a picture, T-Birds toil on the hardwood. That's members of the Mojave boys basketball team, the varsity basketball team, putting in some work during practice on Friday. They said they've been practicing twice a week. They were 2-0 in Summer League scrimmages Saturday and Sunday in Kingman, and it sounds like they're coming along. So they had a good year. Can also always do better. And so he said they're really focusing on improving their defense, making it tough for opponents to score.
All right, good luck, T-Birds
Good luck.
this year, huh?
Yes, for sure.
Cool.
One other thing I wanted to point out in sports, Mike Candrea, If you follow the University of Arizona or if you follow girls softball at the collegiate level, you recognize that name. He's retiring. He's the head coach at the University of Arizona girls softball team. He had 8 national championships. He amassed more wins than any coach in college softball history, and he spent 36 years coaching softball down there. So they went 41-15 this year before getting knocked out in the playoffs. But congratulations on a phenomenal career, Coach.
Good job, Coach.
All right, today in history.
Okay. What is it?
Authority in 1968, June 8th, 1968, authorities announced the capture in London of James Earl Ray. Do you know who that is?
I do not. Mike, do you
Oh,
know?
of course, Mike
Mike
does.
knows.
James Earl Ray was the person who assassinated Martin Luther King Jr.
That
Oh,
is
boy.
correct.
I
So
should have known that.
you should have known that, and 30,
Shame on me.
30 lashes for you.
I know.
All right, let's go to weather.
Okay.
Weather is brought to you by Living Waters Hospice, your hometown hospice. Together we can make a difference. It is,
Go ahead and tell them the weather.
you don't have the weather?
I'm getting it. I'll have it up in just
Oh.
a second. It disappeared on me. I know I had it. We're having disappearing acts in here.
All right, so we're doing the roller coaster thing again today. So today, a high around 99 with south winds 15 to 25. Tomorrow, we're going up to 105, then back down to 100 on Thursday, back up to 108 on Friday, and 115 Saturday. So it's just going to be, figure 100 to 115 for the next
It's going to be hot. Let's just
several
say
months. Yeah, and sunny. But a little breezy today, a little breezy tomorrow, but then it should be nice after that. So
that. All right. Well, they know the weather.
they do know
They
the
know the
weather.
weather. I'll show it, but they already know.
No W. I agree. You know what? I can deal with the
No
heat.
W.
I just don't need that W blowing in my face.
No, we don't need that.
All right, a couple things before we wrap it up. Tomorrow for Q&A at 4 o'clock, we have Mark Clark. So talking about our city's first utility director. Good morning, Terry. Tomorrow, Mark Clark will be on here at 4 o'clock for a Q&A, so we're going to find out a little bit more about his new position and anything water, anything utilities. So we'll be talking to him, so tune in for that. You can post your questions. We'll put an announcement up in the morning. You can post your questions in there or just tune in and post your questions. And then I'm not going to announce who's on Valley Voices yet because
Okay.
I don't have 100% confirmation. So
Okay.
we're going to leave that alone for now. We have our food drive that continues through June 18th, so another 10 days on that. We're still looking for more water, Gatorade, baby products, baby diapers, formula, baby food, wipes, those kinds of things. If you bring in a minimum of $10, as you see there, of non-perishable food, we will extend your newspaper subscription for 30 days or start you a new one if you don't have one for 30 days. So I got a note here from Wells. He is, Wells Andrews is our circulation manager. He's also the one that's taking care of the food drive. He wants to say the food drive is going great, thanks to all our readers who have been extremely generous. Special thanks go out to Fort Mojave Walmart Associates. Listen to this. 15 employees worked together and donated over 3,240 bottles of water.
Wow, that's a lot of water.
That is a lot of water.
Yes.
He put how many pounds that is. I don't really understand why.
Pounds?
Yeah, pounds of water.
Generally, when you're doing a food drive or something like that, the amount of food is in pounds.
Measured in pounds.
Measured
huh?
in
Okay.
pounds as opposed to dollars or individual items or something like that. So I'm sure that that's why.
You know what? You hear that, Jeff? That's just one manager looking out for
Yeah, I
another
know.
manager. That's one high level person here at the paper looking out for another one.
I think so too.
3,240 bottles of water. So thank you, Walmart. David Abeda, can we send a check? Yes, you can for sure send a check. We would appreciate that. All right. We good?
I think so, Mike.
I'm good, yes.
Mike said he's good. Are you good, John?
I'm good.
Okay, I think we're all good.
All right. We are brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. The Tri-State Radiology Center offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide open MRI and offer digital x-rays with your reports ready in 24 hours. Call them today for an appointment, 928-460-7226. And don't forget to get over to Humberto's and get yourself a taco. Mention the Daily Dose and get your free beans and rice.
Yum, yum.
All right, everyone, that's it. We will see you here tomorrow for Hump Day. Thank you. Thanks, Jeff and Mike.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right.